we're live in 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, and welcome back to All Time Does D&D once again. We are continuing our magical journey through the wonderful mind of Mr. Pidge. There's me, Gideon Morningwood. There's Ems, wonderful Lyra. Make yourself known.
Hello, sir.
And make yourself known, Mr. Pidge.
It fits so well with the music.
Oh yes.
Some sort of maniacal.
Evil maniacal laughter.
I think this is the start of what could be considered chapter 3.
It's kind of the break in between chapter 2 and 3.
Ooh,
it's
the mission.
It's the filler.
The filler episode.
So, previously on D&D.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so slight overview of all the major points of the story, just to remind you all.
We beat not a dragon.
Yeah. So, upon arriving at Upton Fields, they found that everybody was kicked out and had been for 2 weeks. After kind of waiting around for a few days, they go to the gates and find a elegantly dressed woman being dragged out, screaming that her baby's been left inside.
My baby, my baby!
Whose name was...
I'll stop it with my laser eyes. Wait, I don't have that bar. I don't have many bars.
I'm Burn Face Man. I'm
Burn Face Man.
Hey, no, it's my arch nemesis, Man, Spider, and Bastard Man.
I love Burn Face Man. So yeah, they go inside. They rescue this baby, and it turns out that the woman that they met is the wife of the court wizard Carib. They then go meet the wizard Carib, who tasks them with going to Cloud Terror's mountain to meet get something from the Orc chieftain there, which turns out to be part of a crown.
Which I am highly suspicious about.
Called the Highborn crown. Oh, by the way, they learned that everybody was kicked out because a Drow ambassador decided that he didn't want to live with the peasants.
Bastard Drow.
So they get to Cloud Terror's mountain and find out that a giant frost titan has reawakened because a Drow ambassador has turned up a few days earlier.
Dun dun dun!
So, after many trials and ascending up the mountain to gain the favour of a dragon, they end up defeating the Ice Titan and come confronted with the Drow ambassador himself.
Oh yeah.
Who they find out is called Lord Cypher, and coming face to face with him, Lyra makes the ominous discovery that this man is actually her father, or seems to be her father.
Dun dun dun!
And for this to be significant to the story, Lyra, you need to give a brief overview of your origins.
Okay. Basically, my mother was human, and she was part of a caravan which were raided by a Drow noble and his gang of Drow robbers, I guess. And he took my mother and the women, killed all the men obviously, to the underground city of their city. I don't know the name. Didn't really get a chance to ask.
You weren't even born yet? How were you supposed to ask?
Yeah, I didn't ask in the 10 years I was there.
You were a twinkle in the evil dad's eye.
Anyway, Dad, Baradin, who is actually really nice. Don't think like back on the other. He's really nice.
Don't judge me. Don't
judge
talk about my
him
dad.
from the last one. My dad, he's good. He fell in love with my mom, and my mom and him kind of hooked up. They had me.
Bumped uglies.
And I was with
Racist
my mother for 10 years. Me, my mother, and my father. Obviously, we were kept in the cellar because we couldn't really be seen.
Joseph Fritzl style.
Not quite.
Fritzl the Schnitzel.
The human couldn't be seen with the Drow. Blah blah blah. Anyway, the Drows kind of found out, so me and my mother and my father kind of made this big escape plan, to which kind of went wrong because it ended up with my mother murdered, me hiding in a tree, and my father being dragged off.
Yeah.
'Twas the last I saw of him.
So Lyra,
until I met my master.
the most tragic backstory ever.
So Lyra, the illegitimate love child of a gypsy slave girl and a Drow nobleman.
Yep.
Her last memories of her father, him trying to help her and her mother escape, and him being dragged away by the other Drow, and she'd never seen him again in 10 years.
Yep.
And her mother was killed trying to rescue her.
Which way is where my locket comes from, which was my mother's.
Locket. But anyway, jump 10 years ahead. You have, after saving Crackvald, you have just gone through the Cullis Gates
Crackvald.
and emerged at the Cullis Gates at the top of the palace in Upton Fields.
Indeed, we have.
Okay, so it's 10 a.m.
Oh, goody. Early.
Emerging from the Cullis Gate, you are surrounded by 6 palace guards, each in heavy white plate mail with halberds pointing at you.
What?
So completely surrounding you.
Oh, shit.
Kerub steps forward through them and basically tells all the guards to stand down. But, when the Cullis Gate activated, they kind of thought the worst because you'd been gone for a lot longer than they expected.
Sorry,
How
mate,
dare they?
Titan.
How dare they point their
See,
spears
I
at
am
me?
worried. Go on.
So they basically weren't sure what was going to come back.
Still scared. Go on.
Okay, so the palace guard withdraw their weapons.
Goody. Hi, sus.
Kerub asks you why you were away for so long.
Oh, well, you see, Kerub, we had a bit of an issue. There was a fucking ice titan that had been awakened by an evil drow who was controlling a load of Jotun, and we had to get a dragon to help us, and yeah, shit went down basically.
To which Lyra stays very quiet.
Who says, it sounds like you went above and beyond the call of duty.
Fuck
Say
yeah,
that.
we did, you can say that. We saved a fuck ton of orcs and we liberated Kraftvold from the Jotun and the Ice Titan.
He says, the Duke has asked an audience of you for when you return.
Let's go see this Duke. Kick-ass Duke.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Duke, you used to be cool. Learn to kick ass again and get rid of that lame 2-weapon rule. Sorry.
Is that Duke Nukem reference?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so the palace guard form around you, and Kerub escorts you down out of the tower and along a room, out of the tower, down the stairs again, and into the corridor of the main palace.
Kerub. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on. Talk to me.
Kerub, why are we being escorted by guards?
And goes, the Duke is very serious about palace security.
I'm just going to sneak up to
Even to friends like
to Gideon.
Okay.
And just be like, don't mention the crown yet.
I won't mention the crown yet, don't worry. Don't worry. Secret safe.
Well, they know that you were sent to the ground.
Yes, they know we were sent for it. They don't know we have it yet. Just walk.
Well, you do have boxes slung over your backs, remember?
Yes, but
Yeah. I got my new friends!
Oh,
I'm gonna put them
crap.
all in the bed! Can I get my bling on?
Alright, I'm highly suspicious.
Okay,
of
so
I don't trust authority.
you walk down into the stairs. On your left, there's the big citadel entrance, and there's a path that basically goes all the way past you. To your right, to this big archway. A big red carpet runs down it. Palace guards stand flanking this red carpet, like completely motionless.
And on the throne is a crown.
There's a drow. That'd be nice. Okay, so you're
Kill him! Kill him with fire! I got a
You
fireball.
could actually.
So you're escorted through a grand archway into the Duke's court.
Yeah.
The room itself is circular, around 20 metres in diameter, with a 30-metre high domed stained glass ceiling.
Oh, how
Pretty
cool.
full!
A huge chandelier hangs above you that looks very expensive. The Royal Guard,
And hit don't break.
the Royal Guard form a circle around you, and 2 block the archway behind you, basically, in case you somehow try to do a runner.
What?
For some reason, whether you need to.
Oh God!
Like Arab says, the Duke is very serious about palace security, and with
Of
good
course he
reason.
is.
In front of you is an elevated crescent platform, kind of like in a courtroom. It holds 7 intricately carved wooden chairs. There's 1 in the middle and there's 3 on either side.
Wooden?
Yeah, but
that's
intricately
awesome.
carved wooden throne kind of things,
Yep.
like with these weird like depictions of warriors and stuff.
Posh
all
chairs,
around.
basically.
Really posh chairs, yeah. And each has a large banner hanging behind it with the heraldry of the different noble of Upton Fields.
Awesome.
The 3 chairs to the left of the room are filled with noble-looking women.
Ah, great.
Sorry, noble-looking men.
Oh.
None of which you recognise.
Okay.
2 chairs to the far left have noble-looking women in them.
Yeah.
Again, you don't recognise them, but you can see that they're just covered in like jewels and
Are they
things
hot?
like that.
Are they elderly?
They're quite middle-aged, kind of what you'd expect
Are they MILFs?
of noble women.
Are they MILFs?
If you'd like to think that they are, then
They're MILFs! Oh yeah, MILF-tastic.
yeah, but you don't recognise them. 1 chair on the left-hand side, which is next to the big one in the middle, which looks significantly different, is empty.
Carib's chair.
Until Carib walks over and sits in it.
Ah, there you go.
You're correct.
Good.
The chair in the centre is a lot more ornate than those surrounding it. It's completely encrusted with jewels. The man that sits in it is 5 foot tall.
No, he's only small.
He's in his mid-30s. He has short, black, tidy hair and a tidy kind of goatee-style beard and moustache.
I don't like him already.
He's like a swashbuckler.
He wears an extremely expensive-looking regal blue like clothes, and he has a black cloak kind of covering his left arm and neck.
Clearly a man of style.
And his right shoulder. A herald steps forward and announces your arrival. He says, "Presenting Gideon Morningwood and Lyra Purethorn."
The great Gideon Morningwood.
Purethorn? That's awesome!
No, what's your...
I ain't got...
Oh, you know, I just wrote Purethorn.
Purethorn, that's my Guild Wars 2 character, that's awesome.
It is, that's why it confused me.
I'll be a Purethorn,
and Lyra, whatever.
And Lyra, the Lyra.
I love that they were like, Gideon Morningwood and Lyra, whatever.
And Lyra.
You missed out the great part.
I forgot that Purethorn is D&D. Anyway, the man in the jewel throne leans forward and says, "I am Duke Raskus,
Oh, that's a cool name.
Lord of Upton Fields and the land surrounding. I hear my wizard has tasked you to retrieve part of the highborn crown from the orcs of Cloudterra Mountain. So tell me, did you succeed in this task?"
We succeeded, but at a great cost. A great cost.
Yes. Tell me what happened.
Recount the tale of the...
Okay.
Witchcraft
What details do you tell him? Are you going to withhold everything, or are you just going to tell him the complete story?
We're not going to tell him about the drow ambassador,
dude.
dude.
You're not going to tell him about
No. Okay, basically, you're going to tell him about the orcs and their plight to retake Crackvold in order to get the item that we're after.
We mention that there was a drow ambassador. I think we should mention it, but only in passing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll mention it in passing, but not go into details about this drow guy
So
that's there.
So just leave it.
And basically say that we slew the great ice titan. What's his name again?
Ugard.
We slew the great ice titan Urgoth.
You basically can say we got there, the orcs were in trouble.
Yeah.
It's ice time.
We helped the orcs.
We helped the orcs. We beat them, and apparently there was this drow guy.
Yeah.
But we don't really know what happened.
Yes.
And then we got.
We're gonna play dumb a
Then we
little
got
bit.
the piece of the crown, and we got
Okay, he says, very interesting tale.
Thanks.
This drow. I fear I know of him.
Do you?
Did you have any contact with him?
Oh, what should we say? What should we say?
Think let's go with honesty. Is the best policy.
I think we should keep it on the down.
Should
I
we
think we can't. He's sitting right next to him.
Not yet, obviously. We'll talk to him.
Yeah,
later.
we'll talk to him. Talk to him afterwards. Go. Well, okay. We'll say we didn't meet him in person. We merely heard about his presence.
And the orcs were very highly.
Sorry, I need to get all the dice out.
Oh yeah, we might need
I was
that.
sure I didn't get any fucking dice.
Get the dice.
Dice cube, D20s.
You see, I'm worried.
Yeah, we won't crack on that we actually met him.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm just gonna see if he believes your tale. He doesn't.
He doesn't believe
He steps forward and says, "I feel there's something you're not telling me."
No.
Don't worry.
No, that's it.
Don't worry. You won't be in trouble. You're in safe hands here.
All right.
It's of utmost importance. I find out everything you know about the draft.
Okay. Oh shit! I
Let's
dropped my
just-
phone in the
okay.
radiator. Okay. We'll tell
say
him.
that we did come face to face with him, but
No. Don't say we come face to face, because then we are barefaced lying, because we've just said that we didn't see him. We say, yes, apparently the drow ambassador was trying to access the vaults of Crackvold.
Perfect.
Goes. Do you know what he was after?
We know not.
Say the orcs were.
The orcs.
Some sort of treasure.
The-
But we don't mention what treasure.
The orcs would not tell us what was in the vault of Crackvold. We merely know that he was after the contents of it.
They were adamant that the drow would not be able to enter.
He says, "Thank you for being honest."
You're welcome.
Ha! Chump.
He signals to one of his guards and says, "Can we have the crown?"
What's the dealio with this crown anyway, Jeeves?
He goes, "G, you're gonna call the Duke G."
No, I'm not gonna call him Jeeves. That would be a silly move.
That would not be good. No.
What is the story behind this piece of crown?
Why is it
We know not the tale.
He goes, "I'm sure Carib will fill you in."
Oh, I really don't want to give it
And one of the royal guard comes up to you and he puts his hands out to take the box with the piece of crown.
Give it to him.
We'll give it to him. You can
just,
always stealth in and like steal it back if you need to. Or hand it to him. Hand it to the guard.
Give him the box with you.
Okay, so you
it's my cloak.
you hand it to him. The guard turns around, opens the box, and presents it to the Duke. And then he walks up the side and hands it to Karen.
Oh goody.
He says, "You have done well, my friends. I'll see that you're suitably rewarded."
Oh, money.
Now, you must be slightly confused as to why you were chosen to go on this mission.
Right, I thought it was because I'm a great and powerful wizard.
Yes, that is only one of the reasons.
Hey! I like his style.
He says, last week, this Drow ambassador, this Lord Cypher.
Oh, it was Lord Cypher.
He came to my castle, presenting himself as an ambassador for the Drow people.
Yep.
Little did we know of his true intentions. It pains me to say that his power was incredible.
Yep.
He overwhelmed my guard without even trying.
Yep.
And he held me at ransom.
Yep.
He said all he wanted was the piece of the highborn crown.
Yep.
And then I would be free.
What?
When I refused to get Dugrasses has had
Oh right. Sure. I was like, what?
When I refused to give in, he threatened to destroy the city and everyone in it. So in secret, I had Carib order my captain of the guard, Cassius, to evacuate the city.
Okay, right, okay.
In hopes that if Cypher made good on his threat, my people would be safe.
Okay, good for you, mate.
When this is over, I need to talk to you about this Captain Cassius.
He says, for 2 weeks he trapped us in this palace, torturing and interrogating my staff.
Oh no.
And he, in the most horrific ways imaginable.
Oh, my heart's breaking.
He throws the cloak that's over his left arm, and you see that he only has one arm.
Oh no!
Shit, son, guy's a cripple.
He goes, I regret to say that in the end, my will was broken, and I had to give him the crown piece.
Oh crap.
You may think me weak in this,
No.
but I did what I must to keep my city safe.
Yep.
Satisfied, he left through a bizarre portal.
Yeah.
Understandable, Duke. Understandable. I can appreciate the.
Hang on. I'm gonna go forward and say, well, what happens now when he comes back for this piece?
He goes, last time we were not prepared. This time, Carib will make sure that
Have you met him? The Drow? Apparently, he's really powerful. You just said
I like the added apparently.
Do you want to lose your other arm? He will go after it.
Like I said, last time they took us by surprise. This time we will be ready.
Okay.
I have had Carib set up wards all around the city, so if he returns, we will know straight away.
Wonderful. When he bursts
I know not what he wants with the highborn crown, but with this sort of power, I fear what he might do.
Can I ask a question again?
In a second.
Oh, sorry.
But for now, we have this
I'll just
piece.
stand on my arm.
For now, we have this piece safe, and without it, he cannot complete whatever plans.
Put your hand down. You're not in school.
and without the complete crown, he cannot do whatever he's planning.
Okay.
You have done well, my friends.
Thank you.
I leave you in the hands of Carib, my wizard. He will see that you are kept well while we plan our next move.
I just have one quick question.
Yep.
What happens when the two parts of the crown come together?
Well, how many parts is there?
Two.
Just two.
He says, it's not half, it's a piece. He says, Carib will fill. There's two halves and then there's other bits.
Oh right, okay.
Basically, it's like the crown of Hellboy. Hellboy 2: The Golden Armor.
Yeah, kind of. He says, Carib will fill you in.
Okay.
Thanks. And then he says, if you have no more questions.
I have a question. Did the Drow kill anybody?
Yes, he killed many people. I'm afraid.
Thought you might maybe.
I have something to say. I have something to mention about this Captain Cassius of your guard.
He's a bastard.
Speak. During the time that the city was unoccupied, the guard left an innocent child, an innocent infant.
Not just
any infant. Carib's son, alone in a house after dragging his mother away under Cassius's orders. Now I know he was under orders from you, but surely such shameful neglect of an infant life cannot go unpunished.
I fear that this harsh time caused a lot of the guards to be on edge. Cassius as well. We were not able to get a lot of information to him while the Drow was here. He held us all, including Carib, and through Carib's crystal ball, we managed to contact him. My guards were just doing their duty, and I feared that they neglected to hear the infant upstairs. I have talked to Carib of this, and he has been suitably compensated.
No, great, okay. That's fine.
Yes. Okay, quite.
Do not begrudge Caius. He was under my orders, and I ordered him to evacuate the city to keep my people safe.
Okay. Yeah, great, good.
Fair play, mate. Alright.
Fair play.
With that, he calls the court away, and everybody exits into various rooms.
Do any of the lovely ladies give Gideon the wink? Come to my chambers later.
No, they pretty
Wink,
much
wink.
completely bank you.
But I'm a mighty wizard! I'm a wizard! I'm a wizard!
Once again, the Royal Guard form around you and escort you out of the citadel, and Carib accompanies you. Carib, walking out, you're basically at the base of the citadel now. You've gone through the big grand gates, and Carib says, if you would join me at Nature's House, there is a lot to explain.
Yep.
Let us away to Nature's House.
Along the way to Nature's House, let's put the Upton Fields.
I'm just gonna be like.
There are so many freaking things.
There is so many ridiculous soundtracks.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Go on.
So along the way to we're just walking back to his house.
Yep.
He thanks you both for basically just doing way above and beyond what was asked of them.
It's the only way we get the crown.
Carib, we did more than just go above and beyond. We have potential allies now with the orcs.
Let me show them her tattoos!
Yeah.
Check it out!
Check this shit out!
He goes, it is always good to know we can call upon the other races.
Oh yes.
It is as High King Archon would have wanted.
Of course.
Okay. He says he's been doing a lot. He says I've been doing a lot of research into the Highborn crown and into anything about the name Cipher, which I have not uncovered too much. And then once you get back to Nature's House.
I'm just gonna whisper to you.
Okay. So you get back to Nature's House and you're met by an empty house. Elisa and the baby aren't there.
Oh no!
The door to the library on your right is wide open, and you can see that on the desk there's a few books stacked around. Obviously, where he's been doing his research into these things.
So, Carib, before we proceed, I must speak to you. However, I fear we might have ears listening. Do you have somewhere or some form of us not being heard by anything?
And he goes, there are many enchantments on my house. It is the safest place in the city.
Excellent.
Probably why they.
So we're gonna tell him that what we told the Duke wasn't exactly the full truth, and that we actually did meet this Cipher guy, and he is fucking ridiculous.
He's extremely
he says,
powerful.
What happened?
We confronted the Drow ambassador,
He walked in the room and was on the roof.
Yeah, we confronted the Drow ambassador, and he was too powerful, even for the great Gideon Morningwood.
He's like a baby.
He says, I have felt his power. It is incredible. It overwhelmed even my own. I have not seen anybody who could do that for a long, long time, since I was a very young wizard starting out. Did he say anything to you?
I can't remember. Did he say anything to us?
Yeah, he kind of insulted the King of the Orcs a little bit. Might have come over and tried to slash my face. Then a nice giant crashed through the wall.
For one thing, he did try to murder us.
Yes, that's
and he also did not have a great deal of contempt for the orcs.
So you're not going to mention anything about.
No, that would be a bad thing.
I shouldn't.
Okay.
No. You don't even think he realises I'm a drow.
He's not going to suspect anything about that.
I've still got my goggles.
Okay, so he sits you down. He invites you over to sit at the table. Suddenly, you hear something barreling down the stairs.
Oh, he turns into a dog.
And it leaps at Gideon.
Oh God, what is it?
Shouting, brother! And he puts his arms out. Only Gideon.
Oh,
the fish bob. What is he? What is he?
Boris jumps into Gideon's arms and you grab him and he curls up. He's an otter.
Oh my God!
That's pretty adorable. That's quite.
He's Bobter.
No. Otter Bob.
Otter
Bob.
Caro kind of laughs behind his beard and yes, I keep trying, but I fear I've not got any close to getting him human again.
Otters fall asleep holding hands.
But he's been quite useful in this.
Otters fall asleep holding hands. What?
Yeah. So Caro.
Sorry, Pidge.
Caro kind of chuckles from behind his beard and says, "Yes, I'm sorry. I've been trying over and over again to get him to a more of a humanoid state, and this is the best I've got so far.
Excellent work, Carib. More useful to me as an otter than he was a fish.
Barbarous.
No offense, Barbarous.
Barbarous seems to enjoy it. Quite enjoy being in this form. He splashes around upstairs quite a lot.
He is a water wizard.
Splashes around upstairs. In the bath.
Yeah, basically.
He's in the tub just there swimming.
I like otters. Otters are well cute.
They are.
He says,
I'm so harmless. They're like, oh, you can view.
And then Carib goes into the library.
Oh, I
Do you want to do anything while he's away?
I'm just gonna go towards Carib and say, Carib, by the way, look what I got.
I'm gonna. Otter Bob, how does it feel to be an otter and not a fish anymore? Or an armadillo?
Okay.
Well, you do Bob's voice.
Right, we'll do Barbarous first, and then I'll answer what you said.
Sorry, I didn't even hear.
He goes, it's great. I love being back in the water, but it's also nice to have working thumbs.
Oh yeah, shit. Otters have thumbs, don't they?
Yeah, they can. Like, they have proper hands.
They can smash things. That's why they hold hands.
We're gonna crack your skull like a clam on our tummy.
He's basically going to be a pretty useful companion as an otter.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the
He
ferry.
says, I didn't think I'd miss you, brother, but I've got to say, I did a bit.
Well, we nearly did not return, Barbarous. We nearly did not return.
Yes, you can tell me all about it later.
Excellent.
He just bounds upstairs to the back. Off he goes.
No, he's like snuggling up to Gideon's chest, like in his arms.
It's a bit
Like a
gay.
little baby. Well, he's happy to see you. He thought he'd never see you again.
I've got an otter.
Bear in mind, he hasn't been away from you for like years because he's been floating above your shoulder.
Oh yeah,
It's
true.
proper separation. So yes, so you're following it. Not Gideon.
I'm gonna give
following
him
Carib into the library.
Yeah,
and
I'm
showing
showing him
him
a
a
gauntlet. Just see if he can see
He says,
anything.
he's now got a book under arm, quite a dusty old tome, and he says, oh, what an interesting device. Where did you find it?
Watch this. Lumi, I choose you.
And Lumi emerges.
This is Lumi.
He says, ah, a frost sprite.
Yeah.
It seemed you have gained its favour.
We also got rid of the Sky Marshal.
He goes,
Yes.
Ah, did he serve you well?
He did indeed. Stopped a bloody storm for us and we could proceed, shaving us hours and hours off our journey.
What happened afterwards? Did he return to his people?
He did.
Ah, that is good to know. I hate wizards who think they can use the elementals for their own help.
I know. I feel like this is kind of what I think is the best thing for me because I'm not a wizard and I don't have any idea how to use it. So I basically just call Lumi to me whenever I need her.
I hope she is a trusted ally. to
Oh,
you.
she is.
I'm sure she will come in very useful.
And then
I love how she's like the mastermind behind this
I
whole
know, right?
thing.
Lumi, this
So,
tiny little spirit.
He escorts you back over to the table and shuts the library door behind him.
Oh.
So you two are sat on one side of the table.
Yep.
Barbarous is now on the table, kind of like
Mooch about.
mooching about. Yeah. Carib sits opposite you, and he puts a big dusty tome on the
Hey, Boris.
big
Sits
dusty
behind
tome on the table, entitled the Highborn Crown.
Oh, goody. Get to
Ah.
learn all about it.
Okay, so he
Time for a history lesson, kids.
pretty much.
I love history.
Okay, so I'm basically gonna read out in my own voice what he's saying, just so you don't.
Okay, no
Oh, no, epic pig voice. Okay.
I can do a wizardy voice if you want.
Nah.
worries. Save your voice,
I
mate.
know, yeah.
The Highborn Crown. In the golden age of man, the great King Archon united the races and brought peace to the world.
It's like story time.
Oh, sorry, no, the book's not called the Highborn Crown. It's called Heaven. It's called Heaven's Gift.
Oh.
And it's basically an encyclopedia of encounters that Earthfolk have had with the Celestials.
Oh.
All the
Right, okay.
Like angel races.
Go on.
And this is one part of it entitled the Highborn Crown. In the golden age of man, the great King Archon united the races and brought peace to the world. Seeing Archon's great deeds, the Celestials descended from the heavens and gifted him with a crown befitting such a great ruler, and adorned him with the name Highborn. With the gift of the heavens, Archon ruled over the world for 100 years more, before his death. Upon his funeral, a Celestial appeared again,
Oh.
to ferry the Highborn King to his rest. Before doing so, the crown was broken into 5 pieces
There were
and
5.
given to the rulers of the noble races.
Which are?
I'm going to tell you now.
Keep going.
The right arch was gifted to Russ, the Mountain King of the North.
Yeah. There you go.
Which is the one
Yep.
you just recorded.
Yeah. Marek.
The left arch was gifted to Castor, Archon's son, who Rascus is the long descendant of
Descendant of.
Castor.
Okay, so
Right,
you've got
right.
two
So
of them.
Castor had that.
So we know.
the
So
giraffe.
you basically know the Rascus had that part.
Yeah.
Carib's explaining all this
Yeah.
to you. The arrow of Celestia was given to Gaia, Queen of the Forest Elves.
Oh.
Yes, Galadriel.
The crown's tier was given to Terrasalon, the Phoenix King of the Elves. Basically, like
So the two elves.
there's different races.
High elves and wood elves.
Kind of, basically.
Dark
Yeah,
elves.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mind's Eye was given to Creel Nomar, the first of the Dragon King.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I bet
The
dragons-
dwarves not get one.
No.
Oh, screw the dwarves.
Just no.
No, it didn't.
No one ever gives the
With
dwarves
each of
it.
the races equally, well, by this time the dwarves hadn't like really like established themselves as a race. This is like ancient times. They were still kind of like in there.
The babies.
They were like still living underground and nobody had really heard of them yet. With each of the races equally blessed, the Celestial took Archon's body in its arms and ascended with a few departing words. This man has showed you the true meaning of unity. It is now up to you to protect his crown and to protect your alliance. And from hearing this tale, you've both gained one Historia.
Yay! My Historia.
So
happens to
I'm
be
now -8. Yay!
minus 50. Why am I minus 15?
Oh, I've lost my
So
pencil.
you don't know a whole lot of history.
What is mine now? Minus 50.
My pencil was stuck under my fat.
Fat rolls! Okay. After reading the book, Kerib explains that he says, I could find very little on anything to do with Cypher or Lord Cypher. Even in Drow lore, he isn't mentioned. I did find some rumours of him. Some scattered cults worshipping a demon lord by this name.
Pardon?
There was a demonic voice when he confronted us. He also possessed a demon blade as well, from what I could tell.
It may be that this Drow ambassador has something to do with these cults.
I kind of just like got the radio between my legs.
So,
It's a bit chilly.
do you basically understand what's going on so far? Just to recap
Basically, the crown is trying to be put back together by this drow.
Yes.
And it's all in, and there's
And what
three that we don't have.
And what you know, he has one
One
piece of it,
piece.
and you have another.
And we have another.
Okay. But you don't know why he's putting
Does
it together.
Highborn have an E at the end of it?
Kerb, from what lore teaches us, do we know what happens when the crown is fully
No.
put together?
He says, the crown has not been restored since it was broken by the Celestials.
Is it possible?
And I know not of how it can be reforged.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, can it
Well,
actually
looks like we need to gather all the pieces of the crown then.
Okay, so he says,
A quest!
A quest!
he says, from my research, I fear a lot of the pieces of the crown have been lost over time.
Yes, but
We know that Cypher has the left arch,
Yep.
and thanks to you two, we have the right. There is no way of knowing where the other parts could be. The Forest Queen is known for being extremely elusive. That's if she's even still alive.
Oh, she's an elf. of course.
She's an elf, I have no doubt that she is probably alive somewhere.
The Dragonkin lost many of their lands due to the war, and Creel Nomar is dead,
Yep,
and their original fortress is altogether lost.
yep,
That piece could be anywhere.
yep.
However, the Phoenix King of the Elves, he is still alive, and he still sits upon his throne of the Phoenix Court,
I guess
upon
we'll
the
go there.
Ashen Isle.
Ashen Isle?
The Ashen Isles.
It's gonna be like a big volcanic island probably, hence
Cinema!
Phoenix King.
Um,
It's a cinema!
Cinema Island! Let's get
those
Charmander.
elves value their solitude and do not tolerate outsiders
Fudge.
without invitation.
Oh.
I will see if I can organise a boat and a crew to take you to the Ashen Isles. But this may take some time.
Oh, goody.
For now, take this. And he pulls out a purse, like a sack of gold, basically,
Yep.
from his
Yep.
wizard's sleeve.
Yes.
Passes it to you.
from his wizard sleeve.
Wait a second.
Hang on.
He says, take this as payment for your services.
How much is in it?
Now rest up, resupply, and whatever you do, ready yourself for what may to come.
What
It also may be
it's
a good idea to become more familiar with the city. Maybe even make some new friends.
I'll reach down.
You pay through the satchel and it contains 1,200 gold.
You get
Each.
600, I think.
No,
600 each. 600, I've got 740
and
gold.
I've
basically-
got 906!
Basically, as he's saying this, Elisa comes in, sees you, welcomes you both back, takes the baby Caleb upstairs, and then she puts a pot of tea over the fireplace.
Oh, I could
I could. I've not had a nice cup of tea for many weeks.
We take off our boots, find out we've got frostbite all over us.
Yeah.
By the way,
I could do with some new feet as well.
It's the middle of spring, so it's pretty hot in Upton Fields, and your fur-lined coats are making you really, really hot and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So tell Fergus, Kerb.
Where's your
the-
never-ending chest?
He says it's still in the library. Feel
Good.
free to store your things.
Excellent, Kerb. look what the orcs gave us, gave me as a gift for helping them, and I'm going to show him the magical wizardy robes.
He goes, oh, those are magnificent robes.
Hang on, we don't have the high
They should
one
suit a
card.
wizard as just as yourself.
Haha, yes. What do they do again?
They give you
make sure you don't
stalwarts,
get
which
knocked
Oh, so
means
you can't be knocked
which means
down.
you can't be knocked down, yeah.
I'm like, look what I got. Let's just go through the things that I got. I got a Grimlock bow.
The Grimlock
I
spell.
got an
I
Orcish
think-
dagger.
Yes.
Next time we redraw these sheets, we should have like an equipped section,
Yeah.
like what we've got on at the time.
That's basically it. Oh, Kerib!
You
I'm
got
going
10
to pull out.
master made orcish arrows.
Do you know the fox's key that I got from the
Fox's
Chase
key,
of Ace?
yeah.
Can I show the fox's key
Yeah,
to
you can
Kerib?
show that to him.
What's this?
He takes it from you and he has a look at it and says, I've never seen one of these before.
Fudge.
But I feel it may be a key for a magic door of some kind. I can definitely feel magic energy coming from it.
Okay, can you? Oh, thanks. Can you? I love how I actually went to grab it.
Yeah.
It's role-playing, actual. Okay, do you have any feelings as to where you might have felt the same kind of magical aura anywhere?
Says, I don't know anything about it, but if you were asked around the heroes' quarter, or maybe show it to them,
I'm just gonna go
someone
around
there,
it. Is it? Anybody?
they may know something about it.
Okay, great. That's our thing. I'm looking for my friend as
Okay,
well.
and while you're talking and showing him all this and just kind of having a chat and stuff, you're playing with Bobberus or whatever.
Boris was on my knee.
Elisa comes round and she pours.
Yay!
A well-deserved cup of tea.
You drink
How
it.
British!
You drink it. It's very refreshing. It's nice to have a nice warm beverage after being in. You kind of like rub your hands against it.
I'm just gonna throw away my coat into there.
You have no idea how fucking
So,
cold it
are you
was in
both-
the north.
Are you both putting your coats back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fur coats are back. I've got my wizard robes on. I'm like all wizarded up.
Okay, so Emily just takes it off and puts it in the chest. You have to move it around your cloak of float,
You
which
might
won't
want to
come
have.
off.
You might actually want to talk to.
You then push the new robes over your head, and you have to kind of like tease the cape out over you again because it just won't unclasp.
I see you.
Is Carib still about?
Yeah, Carib's still in the room.
Carib,
Got a bit of
before we
finishing.
left for Cloud Tower Mountains, I got this cloak of floats off a rather unscrupulous fellow in the which section was it?
The lower quarter.
In the lower quarter. It has come in very handy, but it appears I cannot remove it from my person. Could you please take a look at it and help me get it off, or tell me how to get it off and put it back on again?
He looks at it and he says, "Just looks like a normal cloak to me."
It's not. It really isn't. I can't take it off.
He puts his hands over it and he grabs the clasps and he tries to open it and says, "Strange. I can't feel any kind of magical energy from it."
Is it cursed?
I'm not sure what's giving it the floating ability.
We might want to go talk to the to a cleric or something, see if they can see if it's cursed.
That's a good idea.
To
Actually,
the church.
Okay.
To where my faith is.
So,
not-
En route to Amalda's oddities.
Carib's told you that he's basically gonna go and
Try and secure us passage.
meet with the Duke and try and work out a way to get you passage. Sorry?
Need to level
Yeah,
up.
that's when you sleep.
Oh bollocks.
Well, it's still middle of the day, innit? So
yeah,
let's go for that little mooch.
Yeah, basically Carib says that anytime you come back, you're happy to stay.
Okay.
You just have to stay at Nature's house.
Thank you very much.
He'll have Elisa set up some
Right, let's go.
sleeping arrangements for you.
Excellent, excellent.
Let's go shopping.
Okay, so you're gonna go out of the upper quarter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where are you going to?
Officer
Well,
Otterbob, would you fancy coming with us?
He says, "Sure, I could do with a bit of a stretch."
Let's go, Otterbob. Come on, let's go shopping.
He's trotting along beside you.
Oh, it's
his
gonna
little
be
feet
so
going really
cute.
quick. He can't. His body kind of
Like
bobbing
snaking
up.
about,
snaking
yeah.
about,
What's the otter Pokemon?
By the way, he's got
An otter Pokemon.
Yeah. Not Oshawott. It's the other one.
for it.
No. Keep going, just keep going. I'll
Anyway,
think of it.
he's got. By the way, he's got kind of light brown, kind of chestnutty top fur and cream under fur.
Oh,
he's
so
No.
cute.
He is rather cute. What?
Weasel.
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 I got a shiny Weasel.
That one that has like the thing that I
Excellent. So,
Isn't that the way when you get a shiny, it's always the shittest Pokemon?
yeah. Right. So we come. Where do we come out of on this map?
Well,
we come out of here.
are you going to the? No, you don't. Are you going to the Heroes Quarter?
We go to the
Yeah.
Heroes Quarter.
Okay, let me find the music.
Have a little bit of a mooch in the shop. I want to go to Amalda's oddities because there might be something new.
I would like to go get a new sword.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Also, there's
you
pitch.
are,
There might be some new shops open.
Going from the basically, you can come out of either this or this entrance.
But
You
where's
either the north or
Nature's house,
south.
isn't it?
But this isn't to scale. Basically, the upper quarters in here and then Citadel's in the middle. It's completely not to scale. It's just,
Oh, I get it. Okay,
was
so
easy
here's
for
the
you, yeah.
Citadel and that
Yeah.
bit.
Well, we'll come out of here, go to Amal's
Yeah, we'll
Oddities.
come here.
Okay, so you go out and you go straight into a Malden Oddities. It all looks different. There's a few people wandering around. It's a nice fine day outside. You enter into Malden Oddities.
Amalda, my dear! Where are you?
Milady.
You not got stuck on the books again, have you?
Nobody answers you.
Imelda.
Hello!
Again, nobody answers you.
I guess she's not here.
Perception test. See if I can see
Just there,
anything.
like, she's not
Got
here.
12, which is with my perception.
You can't see
12,
anybody
13, 14,
around.
15.
You can't see anybody around. You can walk up to the desk and see if there's like a ping or anything.
Yeah, okay,
Okay, you walk up. There's a very old-fashioned bell hanging there.
Read it. I mean, ding it.
So can I ring it? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay, so you ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I thought you had a ding-a-ling-a-ling sound effect then.
No, no. And you hear kind of a load of ruckus in the room behind, like just things falling over. And she goes, "Oh bloody hell!" And then she eventually stumbles out and goes,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, hello. What brings you back?"
Oh, having some trouble in there, my dear.
Yes. It always gets a bit on top of me.
Literally.
Ah, we're so clever.
Ah,
We're so funny.
we've just come back from the Cloud Terror Mountains. We were wondering if you had any new oddities for us
Look
to
at
peruse.
Tattoo.
Show
I love showing everyone my tattoo.
She
Look,
says,
I'm an orc friend.
she says, that is one of the mark of our war clans, I believe.
Yes.
Yours.
Sorry.
Sorry, did you say you wanted to see what I had it?
Yes.
Yes, just peruse your wares once again. You said you always have new things. It's been
Yes,
2 weeks.
I'm afraid it's been a bit of a slow week, and some of the things that were here last week haven't quite sold.
How many weeks have you been away for? 2?
You've only been away for 5 days.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
She says, we still have the necklace of poultry in the instant tent. Remember, the instant tent is like a film reel size disc that you can throw on the ground and it summons a 2-man tent, but then it stays as 10.
Okay.
So the instant tent will be 250 gold, and the necklace of poultry 200.
Anything new?
We do have 3 new items, but
Are you alright, Amalda? Is everything okay?
It says, those bush weevils never agree with me. She says, like I said, it's been a bit of a slow week, but we do have a few things in. We have this thing called this item. It's the Tempest Ward, we call it. It is a bracer, a light steel bracer with basically like tinted blue. And she says, if you wear this, you should be able to resist. Resist. You should be able to resist. You should be able to resist a harsh shock, some kind of shock spell or electric attack.
That'll be good if it ever
It
backfired
kind
on
of
you.
conducts electric attacks and gives you.
That's cool.
That would actually be really good if it backfired on you.
She says, if you were feeling like being sneaky, we do have these very rare items.
Head shoots up. What?
Okay, and she pulls out a pair of boots.
I knew they were going to be boots.
They are very dull grey, and as you look closely, you realise they're actually made out of spider silk.
Ew.
There's no spiders in them.
There
Right?
better not
They're
be.
kind of made out of spider silk.
Just a spider on
She
the
says,
end. Hello.
these are rare boots made of the silker spider.
Yep.
They're 450 gold.
Yep, and?
What did
Give
they
us
do?
a bit of value. What did they do?
She says, it is said that if you wear these, you should be able to basically adhesive yourself to surfaces and walk vertically up.
OMG! They are awesome! Would I be able to do this continuously, or is it like literally like
it's
stick,
for-
stick, fall, that's it?
No, it's for as long as you wear them.
That's pretty cool. That'd be
Basically, you can move like a spider.
basically you become
Spider-Woman.
Spider-Man.
But it's only your feet, remember. She says, we also have this book in. It's quite rare. It's called a brief history of everything and everyone. And she pulls out a book which is...
Isn't that from something? A brief
There's
history.
an actual book by, I think Stephen Hawking's called A Brief History of
Oh, that's what I'm
She
thinking.
pulls out a book. It's about this big. It's like a little pocket book. And
it's
it
this
looks about
thick.
10 pages thick.
It's incredibly...
That's a very brief history of everything and everyone then.
He goes, that's 250 gold. It is invaluable knowledge to any adventurer.
I bet it adds something to something.
Yeah, it'll be like +1 to everything or something like that.
I'm gonna buy those boots.
She also says, tomorrow night we'll also be hosting one of my auctions in the building across the way.
Oh.
This building is an auction house.
I'm just gonna add that on.
Excellent.
You looked through the window last time and saw that it was, but you didn't really go. It wasn't open.
Excellent.
Okay,
Well,
can I have those boots?
Everyone wants to buy the boots?
The boots are 450 gold.
Can I try and coerce her out of it?
You can.
Or you can trade or something.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off offering her something.
Have I got the fire ring, or has Em's got it? Em's has got it, hasn't it? Because she had daggers on the fire.
She has the Dave's ring, fire ring, ring of honesty.
Yeah. I'm going honesty. You blinging it up, Em? She rings everywhere.
And then her right arm is the.
Okay, I'm just going to show. The things I've only got that are of any use is I've got lapis for some reason.
Yeah, you found it at the bottom of the ice cube.
A hip flask. Randall's hip flasks. The Grimlock bow. I've got an
You don't want to
awful
go
dagger
into the
that I
Grimlock
don't
bow.
want to use.
Definitely don't get rid of it.
Okay, I'll just say, would you like this lapis?
She says, it's a quite nice quality.
I have 5 pieces of it.
For this, I could give you 50 gold off. Call it 400 for the silk boots.
Okay, that's great. Can I also try and,
Coercion.
Yeah, you're gonna try and charisma to try and get it.
Charisma! Get the
I do have 3. Here, I've got some.
Oh, you got some D20s.
D20 charisma check.
Forge. It was on 19.
Yeah, you don't convince her.
Okay,
She
cool.
says,
400
are you ready to make a deal?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you have the Silker's boots.
Put them on. Try them out first.
And you've lost 400 gold.
So I'm on 506.
Okay.
So where do I put them?
Silker boots.
Do they go on my... one weapon.
I'll make you a separate piece which is currently equipped. But for now, just write them in here.
I'm gonna make this bit here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, do whatever. Well, Gideon's split into spells and skills.
So my booties, what are they called?
Silker's boots.
Test them out first. Make sure they work. Try and walk on the ceiling.
Okay, I'm gonna put them on and.
Okay, so you just pull your boots off in the middle of this shop and put on the Silker's boots. As you put them on, you get this very smooth gliding sensation going up your leg, as though you'd stroked a spiderweb, basically, like a cobweb.
I'm slightly freaked out because there's no spiders in.
They have proper soles, by the way. It's just
excellent. So I've just gone badonk onto Imolda's like.
Okay, so
you can put one foot and then put another foot.
So as you put one foot to it, it kind of feels like
a vacuum,
Velcro against a surface, and it's kind of hard to pull away. And then as you put basically sling one leg up on it and one leg up on the floor, and it's weird splits, and your leg sticks to the wall.
And I'm just going.
Okay, so you're now walking, but you're now stood vertically on the wall, and your back is hurting like hell. So your head's on the floor, and your legs are stuck to the wall. Do a strength check to pull yourself up. Your strength is.
Maybe you should ask her. Maybe if you make
you just about.
Maybe you should ask her if you ever get any gloves that are the same. Could you hold them for you?
I know.
Because gloves are you could probably slide them on it.
Ow, Gideon.
Yeah. So you manage to kind of pull yourself up, and you realise that they do work.
Okay, awesome. I'll have them. Thanks.
You're still stuck to the wall.
I'm pulling myself off. Actually, no. You help me. Just.
I'll help.
You pull her off, and as you pull her off, there's actually a slight bit of spiderweb left on the.
Oh right, okay, cool.
Like kind of tears away, like you're pulling them off.
Amolda,
I lost it then.
these boots are of fine quality and incredible craftsmanship. If you ever come across a pair of gloves that match it, could you please hold them for Lyra here?
She says,
I'm sure they would be most useful as a set rather than just on their own.
She says, my wares come and go very rapidly, but if I hear that you're in town when I can find a pair, then yes, I'll definitely let you know.
Excellent, thank you, Amolda. Thank you very much.
Okay. So,
right, let's go.
Are you interested in anything else there?
I'm good for now.
You wanna? Okay, so where do you want to go next?
Well, we're here. Let's go around to the Arcane Emporium and see Lily.
Okay. So many soundtracks. Okay, so you make your way over to the Arcane Emporium. The books fly from shelf to shelf, candles float. She's not in bird form. She's just sat behind the desk, and she has a martini glass in her hand, and she's sipping this odd green liquid that kind of smokes up.
Ah, Lily, my wonderful wallflower, how are you today?
And she says, "What did you just call me?"
Doesn't matter. Yes. Hail and well met. Is all well?
Says, "It's been a so-so week."
Tell you, we've had a crazy. We've been in the bloody Cloud Terror Mountains. Do you know how cold it is there? It's fucking cold. That's what it is.
I'd imagine so.
Hey, we've come to see your wares. Have you got anything new? Anything interesting?
No, it's been a so-so week. We just had what we had last time I saw you. Shit.
Ow, bent me hand.
By the way, only 2 of the shops have anything new.
Oh!
Oh, well, oh, right, okay.
I'm just going to stand up and go, oh!
Well, isn't it, you said there was new shops open.
Yes, there is.
I'm going to pull out the key and say, Lil, have you ever seen this before?
Oh, key?
I got Fox's key from the Chase the Ace.
Oh, yeah.
That he hinted at had something to do with my jailed friend.
Oh, yes.
Unlawful seduction.
Okay, so you hand this Fox's key over to Lily. She takes it and looks at it and says,
No.
And what's this?
Oh, we acquired it and we talked to Kerib and he said it had some sort of magical thing all around it or whatever. I was just wondering if you'd felt maybe a familiar aura anywhere around the Heroes' Quarter or anywhere.
She says,
Upton Fields?
She says the magical energy is coming from it. Seems like it unlocks an invisible door. But
yeah.
I'm not sure where it could be.
Oh.
Well, at least we know it unlocks. It does unlock an invisible. So
an invisible
yeah.
door, that'd be nice.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's a bit of information. Oh, Lily, one more thing before we go. I purchased this cloak of float of a rather unscrupulous fellow, and yes, I fear it might be cursed or something. I can't get it off. Could you please take a look at it and try and get it off for me?
She just kind of walks up to you and places her hand outstretched on it, and she kind of scratches it with her nail. She then looks at her nail and goes, interesting. There doesn't seem to be any enchantment on it, but I can't sense any curse either.
I won't come off!
Sure
the cold wizard Kerib couldn't remove it either.
She says,
it's
sorry,
stuck well and
I'm not
true.
sure how to help you.
Damn it. Okay, no problem. No matter. We must away. We'll see you again. I imagine soon.
Yep, I would like to now go to Magma's Call.
Okay.
So
you walk around, going past the being built arena. You see that it's you see that it's significantly more complete than last time.
Cool.
You can see that it's probably going to be a week or 2 before it's like open and functional. You go past Silver Shields. Nothing looks different there. Ins and outs. You can see carts and stuff lined outside, as generally there are. Leathers and feathers again, which pretty much as it is. When you get to this part, in between Magma's Call and Soggy Pages, you noticed that there's a massive crowd outside the building of next to Magma's Call.
Oh dear.
They all seem to be going into the shop, and people coming out holding boxes and weapons, looking really happy.
Wow.
Let's go into Magma's Call and see what we let's see what the guys there. See what Brommel and what's his name?
Ulfberth.
Ulfberth. See what they have to say about it.
So you go into Magma's Call.
Hi, Brommel.
Brommel is sat behind the desk sharpening an axe on a hand-powered
like a grindstone. Yeah.
So he's pumping it with one hand and grinding it with the other.
Brommel, Ulfberth, hail and well met.
Ulfberth is sat at a stool looking out the window at the crowd outside, and Brommel looks up and says, "You two, where have you been?" And Ulfberth just looks at you and goes, and looks back outside the window.
Ulfberth, my good chap, what is wrong?
Says, it's bloody. He's Scottish, isn't he?
He's Scottish.
You make it out.
Says
this bloody dwarf's moved in next door, taking all my customers.
Oh.
But just I'd say I'm doing hostile. Are they just what? How are they taking your customers away? Surely the finest magma forged weapons are something of a rarity.
says,
I'm gonna go sit next to Brommel.
He says, it appears that our dwarven friend over there has a particular knack for making enchanted weapons, and I didn't have the fortune to go to the fancy dwarven runesmithing schools.
Oh, dude, he's not very
So,
your weapons are.
he says, I don't like that dwarf. Something needs to be done about him.
Oh crap. Oh, I feel like my assassin inside me is going, should we just kill him?
He grabs you both and he pushes you to the window and points out. He says, "Have you seen this? A dwarf of all things, just popping out of the ground like they do and taking my customers. Oh yeah, everyone loves Carrick's quality steel. His enchantments are so good. Idiots wouldn't know a good blade if I hit them in the face with it."
Speaking of blades,
After riling himself up, Brommel calms Ulfberth down. He's like, "Ulfberth, I keep telling you, just don't stress yourself out about it. It'll be okay." And he's like, "Just because I didn't go to that fancy dwarven school."
God, he's on a run.
He says, "I can make a blade 100 times better than that little gnome." He says, "That's it. I'm not standing for this anymore. That dwarf needs to go."
Don't do anything brash. Don't do anything brash. Don't want to get yourself arrested now.
God damn it, just show them what a good blade you can make and make one rather than hang around complaining.
I have hang on. I have an idea. I have an idea. You should do a contest. Whose blade is the strongest blade? Whose blade is the sharpest blade? Whose blade is the shiniest blade?
Do a charisma check.
Oh, come on, someone. That's 11, 12, 13, 14.
He says, that might be a good idea, but it won't help. It won't help right now. I'd be better off just sabotaging him and having it done with.
What? That's bad business. That's just wrong.
That is
I'm
bad
not
business,
for it. No,
and it
let's
might
do
come
it.
back to
No.
bite you.
He says, I know that if we had the forging competition, I would definitely win on the quality of blade, but the crowd would go in his favour when they saw his magical abilities.
Well,
If some way I could learn some runesmithing, maybe I would have a chance.
Ooh.
Well, we
Lily
might.
does it.
Lily does
Lily
runesmithing.
does runesmithing. She can teach you. Go up to her, do a bit of your Scottish charm.
Also, what if we could trick? You might not need to learn.
Remember that you've, Gideon, you've already bought a runesmithing book from Soggy Pages before.
Do you want to give it to him?
I've not got it.
You don't got it anymore, but I'm saying there are places.
But I was thinking, maybe we could trick. If you did have a contest and you did show some kind of magical swordness, why we have a ring that sets stuff on fire? We could loan you the ring. You could hold up your magma forged sword and it would go on fire, and then you could attract more people.
And what happens if they found out that I've been cheating?
Yeah.
I'll be kicked out of the city. I'll be humiliated.
You'd also be kicked out of the city if you tried to sabotage them as well.
Not if nobody find out.
Oh, for God's sake, you're gonna make
Lyra,
us do
you
it.
seem to be quite a good thief.
Do
Would you help me out with this?
I just scream thief? This is what thieves should not be.
Brummel's just kind of like shaking his head.
Weren't you a sword for hire?
No.
I thought you. Oh, you were just a thief. Were you? I thought you were.
I was
She was a rogue.
pickpocketing you to get money to come here.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
get kicked out. I'm looking for her niece.
Yeah, but Brummel.
Oh.
Remember, Brummel's teamed up with you,
Oh.
and he's seen the kind of
No,
skills
no,
you
I
have.
got-
Ah yeah.
And
yeah.
he's seen Lyra
I-
taking all the stuff from that artist's house and things like that.
Damn it.
Don't forget you lost your magma forged
Oh, by
sword.
the way, your rune finding necklace is glowing glows.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Presumably from the
We're next door to like a
to a big runesmithing.
I'm going to just talk to. I'm going to be right. Okay, I will do this for you. I will sabotage this dwarf if you make me a magma force sword free.
because you lost it.
He says, if you concede in getting Carrick out of business, you can have any one thing from my shop that you want.
What? Yeah. Okay.
So
What's the guy's name? I keep forgetting it.
Ulfberth.
Ulfberth. There's so many names in my head.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ulfberth, whilst we were did you have any more luck in perfecting a magma forged staff at all?
He goes, I've not really had time. My mind's been a bit occupied with this bloody dwarf.
No worries. Well, what we'll do, we'll go next door. And we'll scout out, see if we can dig up any dirt on on this dwarf.
Once business is back to normal, I might be able to have another go.
Alright, let's go help him.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So he says, if you can meet me back here at 8 o'clock when all the shops are closing up, I've got a plan that we can. I've got some tools that I can give you to get in there.
No problem.
Excellent. I like the style.
I'd like a lockpicking set to go with me, magma force sword.
Do you want to do anything else while you're in Magnus?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the church. Want to go to the drunken dog?
No, I mean while you're in Magnus Call.
No.
Okay. Okay, so you go back outside. Where do you want to go?
Should we check out the crowd? Should we
Let's
go in there and scout the place out?
let's scout out, get the layout, lay the land, see what's going on, see if there's any kind of trickery going on with these dwarves.
So you
dwarf,
are you going to go into the crowd and try to go in the shop?
I guess I'll just tap on the person nearest shoulder.
Yeah. Oh,
and just be like,
I thought we
"Hey,
could just
what's going on?"
we could just go in and.
Can we just go in? Is there not a big crowd outside?
Oh, you can kind of push through the crowd. It's not like
they're not queuing to get in.
Yeah, they're all just they're kind of just going back and two, and like it's taking a lot longer than normal because everybody's in there just like look at all the fascinating blades.
Okay, I'll go in there straight away with you.
If you imagine it like a crowded museum.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay,
People
so
just standing around looking at things. Ugh.
You kind of push through the crowd so you get to the entrance of it. The place is called Carrack's Quality Steel. You can write that there if you like.
What's it called?
Carrack, K-R-A-A-K.
A-K.
Carrack's Quality Steel.
Carrack's.
Okay. Carrack's Quality Steel. It's got a dwarven-made door with a variety of intricate locks all over it.
Intricate locks.
As you get inside...
Break a window. Fuck this, can't be us breaking cracking these locks. Window, bashy smashy.
Yeah. As you get inside, are you just looking around the shop, or are you looking?
I'm going to do perception test. Well, everything really, and we're going to do perception test. So again,
perception.
That's a 7, 8, 9, 10.
So okay. So you enter through a fancy dwarven door into a crowded shop. The walls are lined with dwarven-made weapons and fancy a very fancy dwarven anvil lies at the head of the room, in front of a blazing stone furnace. Like
Anvil of Doom!
An intricately made stone furnace.
Do they still have the Anvil of Doom?
What?
Do they still have the Anvil of Doom in fantasy?
Yeah. They're doing it. The proprietor is a stout dwarf man. He has a padded brown jacket on and cream pants. He has a black braided beard. He has his black hair and black braided beard that kind of weave into each other. And his beard wades down to his belly with kind of tousled hair. And his beard's littered with different trinkets, all like different mark with dwarven runes and stuff. The man's rushing around the room, taking money off people, and just like introduced himself and then rushing off the next person. He rushes up to Gideon and grabs your hand and says, "I'm Carrack, nice to meet you."
I'm going to greet him in the traditional dwarven way of greeting. Now I know this because in my home village there used to get a lot of dwarves coming through, so I'm going to know like the odd bits of dwarvish.
You did specify that in your backstory, no?
Eh?
That was specified in your backstory.
I know. So I'm going to. I mean, can I just make it up?
Yeah.
The traditional, okay.
As long as you don't mind, we play hopscotch in the middle of it.
No. The traditional dwarven greeting is a hail and well met and a slight skull bash.
Okay.
Like the Hobbit.
So he says hail and well met. So you say that, and he kind of smiles at you, and you bend down to headbutt him, and he does it, and you get a slight sore head.
Just slightly.
He then grabs your hand with his other hand and gives you a firm handshake and says, "I'm a little busy right now," and goes off to talk to the other people.
No worries.
So he's basically just rushing around trying to get.
Well, okay. From now until the end of time in this world of pigeons, the traditional dwarven greeting is like skull to skull kind of headbutt, but not like to obviously hurt, just like a.
High fod, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. High fod, like a high fod.
Okay. Do you want to?
Or a low fod because they're low.
Do you want to do anything in there?
I just want to.
I'm going to
what kind of
around.
wares is the M should like scope the place out,
Okay, so
burglarise
you
it.
check to see if there's any way.
9.
9 with +3. So you see that there are 2 windows on either side, but there are slides above them that have very intricate dwarven mechanisms on them as well. In your kind of in your kind of like roguish scheming mind, you realise that you could probably tinker with them and make them not work as well. Same with the door, but they're very finely made dwarven mechanisms, basically. You notice that in the far left-hand corner, behind the anvil, there is a hatch in the wooden floor that seems to go downstairs, but it's closed. And that's pretty much all you notice.
Go distract.
Can I notice? No.
You've already done it.
Oh, already done. So yeah.
Go and distract what's his face and.
Does he have a name yet?
Yeah, his
Carrick.
name's Carrick.
Carrick.
Crack.
Carrick.
Did I spell that wrong? Why did I put crack?
K-A-R-A-K.
Yeah, I missed an A. I was like, crack!
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking what to say.
You can
Go distract him, I will go and
you could,
investigate
right,
this dwarf.
you could basically, you can have a look around his shop. You could buy stuff off him. You could, you can't really ask him questions because he's a bit busy. You could maybe pull him to one side and tell him about Ulfberth's plan if you want to go that way.
No, I don't want to betray Ulfberth. He's ace.
Up to you guys.
No, I like Ulfberth.
Yeah.
The gruff Scotsman.
That's it.
You know me and this.
Okay, I'm gonna distract him whilst Em's
I'm just gonna go and examine these dwarvish.
Okay.
things.
Okay, so it's gonna split off now. I'm gonna go to and go. So, Carrick, might you have any items that might be fitting of a great wizard such as myself? Maybe a staff, maybe a wand, maybe something a little bit different.
He says, we're pure quality steel here, but you may want to see my runestones. And he pulls you over to a wall covered in different runestones.
Excellent.
Meanwhile,
Can you explain? I mean, some of these I've seen, some of these I've not. Can you explain a little bit about them?
I don't have a paper sheet for him, but I'll tell you what he sells.
No worries.
He basically sells everything that the Magma Forge does, other than the Magma Forge swords. He also sells a dwarven equivalent of every one of those weapons, which is better.
Really? Better than a Magma Forged?
No, he sells all the basic stuff that Ulfberth sells.
Oh, right.
But he also sells a dwarven version of that, which is better.
Oh, right, okay.
He also has a rack of different magic weapons and a rack of runes as well.
Ooh, what magic weapons does he have?
He has something called the Blistering Blade, which has a level 2 flame rune in it. He has a Gorgon Blade, which casts flesh to stone on things you hit.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
you can petrify them. He has a sword called Goblin Bane, which does triple damage against goblins.
Does it glow when goblins are around?
It's sheathed at the moment.
Sting! Sorry.
Is it Sting? Is it Sting?
It is a short sword, yeah.
Oh, it's totally Sting.
But it's
There's
Dwarven
the
Blade.
reference.
There's magic weapons. There's one called Titan Hewer,
Heals Titan.
which does double damage against cumbersome creatures, so like ogres and trolls and things.
Could have done that.
There's a great hammer called Stone Crusher, which it basically has a kind of whirling kind of energy around the head of it, and it basically if you were hit by it, you'd go flying.
Haha.
Oh, it's got knocked back.
Not me though. I just take a chest pass.
But you kind of just read all the descriptions of these items as he's passing back, and he kind of stands you in front of the rune aisle, and then he goes off to talk to somebody else.
Right, okay.
Distract him.
There's a rune of cold, a rune of flames, a rune of sparks, a rune of gales, so basically all the element runes, and a rune of light, which casts bound light. There's greater runes of all the different elements as well, which are twice as powerful. And then there's some exotic ones. There's a rune of petrification, which will do the same thing as the Gorgon Blade. A rune of paralysis, and a rune of sleep.
Right, okay, well, I'm going to cause a distraction. I'm going to... are these runes available to handle and look at and stuff? Or are they behind
no,
something?
they're attached to the wall with a glass cabinet over the front of them.
Oh, okay, what about the weapons and stuff? Surely the weapons aren't...
They're on racks.
On racks. I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna make all the weapons like fall off and like make a big loud noise. He's gonna have to come and like put it all back and basically buy Em some time to scout the place out and do what she needs to do in a second.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I'd
Something cast Arcane Blast at the wall or something?
Yeah, like kind of like that. And
Yeah, you kind of,
I'm so sorry.
You kind of underhandedly send this pulse of energy at the wall, and they kind of ripple and fall off.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How clumsy of me. Oh no.
So Carrick runs over and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he starts picking them all up.
I'm sorry, my good dwarf. This was an accident.
And he's like fighting the urge to insult you because he knows he's new in town. It's not a good idea to get a reputation to start shouting at your patrons. He says, just leave it, I'll sort it out.
He's like, no, I will
He
help.
starts putting them back.
Okay, so while he's putting it back, that's the perfect time. Well, after he's so basically
the crowd has all kind of looked your way.
So in the same amount of time that I've started talking to him.
Yeah, this is Simo, yeah.
Right. Shoots back to Ems. What Ems going to do?
Yep.
My turn. I've sneaked over to the window and I'm having a bit of a peruse. I would like to
Okay, the window is set back in the wall above one of the weapons racks. So you're going to have to lean over the weapons rack to do whatever you want with it.
Well, no one's looking.
Yeah, alright. I'll just have I just want to look at it first, see if I can see any kind of weak points.
Yeah, have a look at it.
Identify.
9.
Okay, so it's a dwarven make. It's got a few intricate locks. You realise if you were gonna try and lockpick it at some point, it'd probably take a good time to do it. Basically, it'd take about 3 successful lockpicking checks to try and slide it open again. You realise that if you had like a mechanics check, you could make it so it doesn't quite lock properly, but you wouldn't realise. Or you could just bludgeon it. You could just beat it to not work.
Just damage it, yeah.
Well, my mechanics is minus 20.
But obviously that's small.
I would probably like break it somehow so it doesn't work. Is it open currently?
The window isn't, the slides up. The four like stained glass windows, like not ornate, like just dwarven markings on them, and then there's a metal bar above them with a locking system of it, which obviously at closing time he'll slide down and lock up.
Could you not do something with the lock, like tape the lock up, not tape the lock?
That's what this is what you can do to the lock.
Sabotage the lock ends. That way it won't actually lock.
So you're doing this on the right hand side of the room, nearest my.
Hopefully the one that's got a bit of a.
Okay, so how are you gonna try and sabotage it?
What are the options?
You can basically just beat it with. You probably need something quite heavy, so you could use the back of a dagger.
Or your gauntlet.
Or your gauntlet, just punch it. Obviously that's going to make a lot of noise, or you could try and tinker at it. Which
would be a mechanics.
Which you could probably do with your lockpick.
Oh, I'll do a lockpick.
Okay. So everyone's kind of jumbling back and two, and you're kind of you subtly draw your lockpick, and you're kind of looking for people to not be like glancing at you because you don't want to risk it.
Okay.
And then suddenly you hear and all these things clatter to the ground, and you're like, shit, it's the perfect time to try and do this. So you kind of, while everybody's like attention's drawn, they're all like, oh, what's going on? Like,
He's such an idiot.
Oh, what a clumsy wizard!
You reach up and you start to tinker with it. So you're going to need a mechanics check.
You said lockpick.
It's
So
lockpick.
you can tinker with it with your lockpick.
Oh no, I can't do mechanics.
You could try and snap your lockpick off inside it, which means he can't lock it.
Then you need a lockpick.
Sorry, I'll go back to Magma. I'm sure Bramwell has a few lockpicks around. They might have some somewhere. I need something.
Why don't you just like?
I only have one lockpick.
It's just okay. Think if you were going to damage a lock, how would you damage a lock?
Do that with that thing.
I would jam something in it if I wanted to damage it.
But I don't have anything to jam in it except my lockpick.
Well, you've not got a lot of time to do anything here.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just snap my one lockpick.
So you reach up, you put your lockpick in it, and you break it off. So basically, when he comes to lock it, he won't be able to put his key in. So he's just gonna have to close it and hope nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do that. Nobody notices you doing this with Gideon's distraction.
Hey.
Thanks, man.
So you've lost your lockpick.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have to find one somewhere. Carib's probably got a few. Carib might even have a magic lockpick or something like that.
I was going to wait, where's my pencil? It's in my hair.
Okay, so what
I hope it's not even got like the skeleton key. That'd be amazing.
What do you want to do? It's about 11:30 a.m. Around about midday-ish.
I think we should. I think we should. After you've sabotaged that, that'll be probably enough to.
Dude, should we go down to?
Are there any like dwarven like magical wards around the window at all, anything like that?
No.
Nothing. So.
Not that you can see.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I think we should go down to.
You can sense obviously the runes, and you can sense that the anvil itself has
What's the
a lot of magical
Colossus?
runes built in with it.
Right. Okay.
What's this thing here?
That's the wishing well, you're right.
What's this?
That's a giant statue in the middle of the thing.
Oh.
It's a statue of a cyclops fighting a lady in heavy armor.
Oh, yes, it is. It's not lady.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, let's go to
The chapel.
Let's go to the chapel and see if we can get this freaking cloak off.
Okay. So you go to the Great Chapel.
That's me.
Yay! The chapel music finally.
Final Fantasy!
Okay. You didn't ask Imelda when the auction or anything was, by the way. She just told you it was tomorrow.
Let's go have a look. There should be a sign in the other.
Okay,
So go to the chapel.
So you go into the chapel. There's a few people wandering back and two. There's a big. There's statues of the different divines. It's not a chapel to any particular divine.
Oh wait.
You recognise them all as the human kind of gods and stuff. Like one's the Lady of the Hunt, one's the Lady of Healing, and all this lot. There's a big altar on the far side of it that people are kneeling at, and there's a bowl for.
Is there a priest kicking about anywhere?
There's a few priests going back and two, all in white robes. One of them is wearing purple robes with a golden sun on the front of it.
I guess he's the head.
And there's an odd-looking teenage girl in chantry robes sat on a bench next to the altar, flicking through all these different books.
Well,
she's got oval glasses.
I'm gonna go talk to the priest and see if we can get this. If you see this thing is cursed.
Oh, sorry. You also noticed that as you go in to the left-hand side, there is a notice board for odd jobs.
Oh.
It's a chantry board.
I'll go and see the odd jobs.
I'm gonna go talk to this priest.
Okay. So you go over to the priest and what do you say?
Hail and well met, priest. I come to you in a bit in need of a hand with something.
He says, welcome, my brother, to the Chapel of the Divines. What can I help you with?
Well, I don't know about the silly thing, really. I purchased this cloak off a rather unscrupulous fellow, and I believe it might be cursed, because I can't take it off, no matter how hard I try. The court wizard Carib can't get it off, Lily can't get it off, I can't get it off, and sure as hell, nobody can remove it. Could you please see if it's cursed, or see if you know how to remove it, because I'm getting rather sick of it.
If he tells me to go and pray, I will bite him.
He basically...
Pray to the divines, for they shall
puts
save
his
you
hand
from the cloak.
over it and kind of utters some words of a blessing, and says, there is no curse upon this item.
God fucking damn it!
Then why the hell?
Why can't I take it off?
That's what he said to the priest. He's gone, God damn it!
Is that what you're saying?
God!
The divines!
The divines! Damn it! I can't take it off!
He says, please keep your voice down. You're in a church.
The old lady.
Apologies, priest.
And everybody kind of looks up and then goes back to what they're doing.
Apologies, priest. I'm just so frustrated. It's chafing.
Batman never had this issue.
Okay.
Like my underpants. I've not changed them for a week.
He basically says that he basically goes, if it was a curse, indeed the divines would be able to heal it. I know not what's wrong with you.
Go and pray for
Oh
him.
God.
Go on.
I'm not gonna pray. I'm a
Go
wizard.
pray.
I don't pray to God.
What's your faith? Mine's -20.
Mine's actually alright.
That's like -18. Something like that.
Is it faith or
It's like near the bottom.
nerve, historia?
Oh no, sorry, it's there. It's there. It's above alchemy.
Oh yeah, faith -18. Yeah, because I used Phoenix Blast and gained.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk to the priest about him. Yes, priest. I was in. I'm going to recount the tale of the thing in Cloud Tower Mountains, and I was able to channel an immense amount of power into a Phoenix
He
Blast.
says, it sounds like that temple was not one of our gods. It is best not to speak of it here.
Oh, okay.
It was a Tengu.
Hey,
Oops, I'm not supposed to know that. Sorry.
what's that?
It was a Tengu temple, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was,
Wasn't
it was,
But
yeah,
we're not
so-
supposed to know that.
Metagaming, no.
We're
Okay,
not supposed
so
to know that.
while you're talking to this, Lyra's walked over to the chantry board.
Yes.
It's just basically a pin-up board stuck to the thing. There are a few jobs on it.
Oh, it's called all over again.
The first one says, help needed, ask Chaplain Minos, which is the guy Gideon was talking to. And it says bats in the belfry as the kind of title.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah.
There's one other one underneath it that says paperboy needed. It says
I'm not in a paper.
it says one-off job. Ask Chaplain Minos. Easy work, easy money.
I'll do that. I'm a rogue. I'll lower myself for money.
Okay, so
Go to Bullshit Fairy.
so what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go talk to him. I've seen these
Okay,
two.
so you all go to Minos. Which one do you want to ask about?
Both.
Okay, so you go over and you're like,
bats
I've
first.
seen the jobs on board.
That sounds fun.
Okay, Minos says,
As long as it is just
he says,
bats.
we keep hearing strange sounds up in the bell tower in the night.
You sure
The
it's
bell
bats?
ringers are afraid to go up there now.
You sure it's bats?
He goes, we hear flapping up there, but we're not sure what it is.
You sure it's bats?
He goes, we're not too sure, but we have had problems with bats up there before.
But definitely flapping. No
We've
growling.
definitely heard
Or
flapping.
howling. It's rude.
Where bats?
No, but some people keep swearing they hear laughter up there.
Oh, I'm going, okay. At night. Oh, damn it, we've got to go help Thingy Bobby.
Yeah,
Bollocks.
it's okay.
Oh,
I reckon.
is it just at night? Can we not go up there now?
It says, I've sent people up there during the daytime, and there seems nothing out of place. We can't find any bat nests or anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, right, Kitty, we'll go sabotage, and then we'll come back and do this, because I want to do this.
He
I
said,
wanna get
he
the
says,
bats.
if you're interested in the job, I'm sure I can pay you with some supplies if you can come to the basically work out what.
Yes, definitely, I'll take the job.
Okay. So,
Hell.
He says, if you ask one of the bell ringers, they'll be at the bottom of the bell tower. They'll let you up there.
Thank you. Is the chapel open all night?
Yeah, the chapel just stays open.
Oh, that's so nice. Sorry, go on. It's your turn for the paper boy.
I'm not going to paper. What was the other job?
Paper boy.
Oh, they only two. I think so. There's three.
No.
No, you can ask him about the thing, and you could talk to the weird girl.
I want to go talk to the weird girl, but I'll ask him about the paper boy first.
So you ask him about the paper boy.
I'm not being a fucking paper boy.
Mina says,
Paper girl.
it's just a simple job, a menial task, really. But we need somebody to bring the word of the divines to the less fortunate, as always. You understand?
So we've got to go to the thing.
He grabs a wad of flyers from behind the shrine and gives them to you.
Yep.
He says, these are 50 flyers, just it has a few prayers of the divines. If you could go to the lower quarter and give these out,
Okay.
I could pay you 40 gold for
The
them.
I will do
quarter doesn't like us.
I don't care. I will do that.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going down
So
there.
you have 50 flyers,
Okay, I will write that down.
50 divine flyers.
Just ditch you in the well and say you've done it.
Why must you give away my clothes?
That's what you were going to do.
No! I was actually going to do that.
Ditch you in the well. Oh, 40 gold, please. Cheers.
I was just going to kind of... if it had been the hero's quote, I would have gone up to the Colossus and just gone like... Whoosh,
Well, I
the
could,
word of the divines is spread! And
I
then gone
could
back.
set them on fire.
Okay.
We'll just fly them
So
about.
you, unless you
I'll
could
just
go,
stuff them in
you can
people's
go over
faces.
to the shrine at the foot of the thing and say a prayer or two, or you could
I feel like I
talk
would
to
be
the
smited.
woman next
That's
Oh,
to
you
you.
got to talk to the girl with the books.
She has slightly different robes to everybody else. That's why you kind of
I bet
stand
she's a
out.
trainee.
Or, yeah, it's a student.
Okay, so you go over to her. She's a short young woman, clad in a chantry's robe. Her hair is long, brown and in a ponytail. She's surrounded by different books, and just glancing over them, they all seem to be about elves.
Oh.
She's kind of looking at a book, and she kind of glances up when she realises that you're still there. She says,
I'm there as well. by the way.
Hello?
Walked over. Studying the elves, are we?
She says, they are fascinating.
Oh, I know. Anything about dark elves in there?
Do you have your hood up? Or can
Oh
you
yeah,
see your...
I do not go anywhere in Upton
Okay.
Fields without my hood up and my goggles on.
You still have a black blood-stained thing as well. Yeah.
I'm not wearing it.
No,
Am I?
it's on your
I
back.
didn't think I was wearing it. I was like, what?
No.
I'm totally not a murderer. We've totally not killed
Okay.
many things.
Who did we kill?
We've killed a shit ton of stuff.
Who did I kill for the black cloak?
No, you got it off the dead guy in the brothel.
Oh yeah.
The dead guy.
Oh yeah.
The guy who you got
Did I write that
the guy who you got Randall's hip flask off as well.
Oh yeah. I didn't actually write that. I had it down.
Are you researching the elves for a particular reason?
She says,
I gave her the last.
She says, I've been fascinated with the elves since I was a young child. I'm a priestess of Asola, the sun goddess, and I travel along with the sun, moving from the east to the west every day.
You're a what?
She's a priestess of Asola, who's the sun goddess.
A solar? Oh, I see what you did.
And she basically she travels as the sun goes up every day. She travels from the east to the west.
Of Upton Fields or just of the world?
The world. She travels from town to town each day.
So have you
And
been
she says,
everywhere?
I've encountered a few elven folk on my time.
Are they the most
They are both
interesting?
beautiful and graceful.
Oh yes. What kind of elves have you met?
She's very young, by the way. She's about 17.
She might be. Yeah, she might look young, but she might not actually be young. Or is she? Is she actually young?
She from what you can tell, she just looks young.
Okay. Does she sound young?
Yeah, she.
Have you ever met
You have no
a
reason to believe that she's not that
Okay.
age.
Have you ever met any drow?
Ugh.
She says, I've read a lot about them. They're foreign ancestors of the normal elves. Apparently they turned to the spider goddess and sold their souls. I don't really wish
You've
to,
got no soul,
to
Ems.
contact with them.
I'm half human. That gives me the soul
You're
heart.
like gingers. Gingers have no souls. No offense to any ginger people watching. I don't actually believe that's a nasty thing to say.
Okay.
Damn you, South Park.
Okay, so yeah, that's what she said.
I'm gonna go sit down next to her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, have you heard anything about the Phoenix elves? What are they
Oh, that's a
called?
good idea,
She
actually.
yells the Phoenix Islands.
Yes.
She says,
The Phoenix King.
She says, Lord Terrassalon upon his throne in the Phoenix Court. He is very, very dear to my heart. He was one of the tales I read as a young girl. Apparently, he's been alive for centuries.
Wow.
He's
Have
one
you
of
ever
the
been
oldest
there?
elves, I hear.
Have you ever been there?
Says, no, it would be a great honour to set foot anywhere near him.
These elves are somewhat secretive and keep themselves to themselves. Is there any way one could gain favour with them?
She says, I have heard that he's very secretive and is not friendly to any folks other than the elves. you would have to impress him somewhat to get.
And what might impress this Phoenix King?
She's,
A mastery of fire, flame.
she says.
Flamboyant,
She says the elves were the original masters of magic. I doubt anything the human could do would impress Terrassalon.
Ha! She never met the great Gideon Morningwood.
Ignore him.
He's like, I'm level 4.
Biatch.
I'm just gonna be like, have you ever wanted to visit the Phoenix Isles?
She says, I would jump at the opportunity, yes.
Well, we happen to be going there. Would you like to...
What? Really?
Yes! Would you like to come with us? You seem like a very valuable person that we would love to have on our quest.
I'm
swinging.
She says, are you serious?
Yes! Kerib is looking for passage.
She says, praise the solar. I never dreamt that someone would be so kind to me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, if you can assure that I can get there safely.
Of course, we will protect you.
I can't fight very well, but I
Your
have some
knowledge will be great.
I have some healing abilities and lots of knowledge of the elves.
Excellent.
She says,
wonderful.
She says, I will stay here at the Chapel of the Divines. When you set off, come find me and I will definitely come with you.
Woohoo! We gave Pitch a person.
We got a new character. Yay, everybody! Yay!
It's not quite up to
By the way, she stands up and kind of hugs the book and says, I am Sister Hannah. Nice to meet you.
Hannah!
Is she hot?
Is she quite geeky?
Is she attractive?
She's kind of she looks like a librarian, kind of.
Oh.
Like she's kind of like cute in a nerdy way.
Okay, cool. Like her already.
Like she's got oval glasses. She's got kind of tied up brown ponytail. She's kind of chancy robes.
Love her.
Her robes look kind of like Lyanna from Dragon Age.
Liliana.
Liliana, yeah.
Oh,
kind of like that.
Oh, it's like armor kind of thing.
No, like her original robes that she wears.
Are they brown?
You know when you first meet her, and they're just like cream, and she has like a red thing down there with a sun on it, kind of like that.
Ah, right.
Excellent. Right, we'll come find you then.
She's covered in all these different suns.
Are you sister? Is your first name sister, or is the sister meaning like the priest sister?
She's a sister's in like a nun.
I'll call her Hannah then.
Oh, she's a nun.
She says, just call me Hannah.
I've always wanted to defile a nun. No, you're
Lovely.
joking. Not really. That's disgusting.
Just break. You're going to hell.
I know someone that does want to defile a nun.
So we're coming up on an hour and a half. So do you want to call it there, and then we'll carry on?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what happens for the rest of Upton Fields.
I know it's been a bit of a boring episode, guys. Sorry. Hopefully you guys have found it entertaining. So yeah, we'll see you again in the next part.
Bye.
See you guys. Goodbye, friends.